Autism is a disorder of neurodevelopment and impairs social interaction and communication. Autism has a strong genetic base that is complex, and it is unclear whether ASD, autism disorder, is explained more by a rare mutation or by rare combinations of common gene variations. Autism affects information processing in the brain by altering how cells and their synapses connect and organize. Autism has a wide spectrum range from individuals with several impairments, including maybe silent, mental disabilities, locked into hand flopping and rocking, to high functioning individuals who may have odd social approaches. Symptoms of autism first appear during infant or childhood. There is not a single symptom, but multiple symptoms. Impairments of social interaction, impairments of communication, and repetitive behavior. Atypical symptoms regarding autism may appear in their eating habits. Over the past 4 years of teaching, I have had 3 students who are on different spectrums of autism. I have learned no single method of teaching students with autism is successful for all students. Students need changes over time, making it necessary for teachers to try other approaches. I have noticed the most successful approach for teaching students with autism is to use visual aids. Students often demonstrate relative strengths in concrete thinking, routine memory, and understanding of visual aids. It helps to use visual display classroom assignments with color photos and demonstrations for lab activities. Organize daily schedules, activity checklists, weekly class homework calendars, and choose boards to help autistic students visually see what is expected. Other approaches I have learned from school psychologists who have worked with autistic students at my schools are provide positive, precise feedback while the student is learning, such as great coloring in that pig heart or good finishing that Punnett square. Use meaningful reinforcement, such as letting them spend time alone or time playing with their desired object or listening to music. Don't use sarcasm. Autistic students can't distinguish sarcasm from reality. Let me give you a personal example. I said in my class one day, "It is raining cats and dogs." My autistic student raised his hand and said, "Miss Reid, I don't see cats and dogs falling from the sky. I only see raindrops." I have learned the hard way that before you change a class routine, inform the autistic students days before so they can mentally prepare. Also, talk with the student about the sounds and smells they will experience with the routine change. Here's another example. I took my class out to the school farm to castrate the male pigs. Before going out, we had done a lesson on reproduction and how to castrate. I had not explained clearly how the pigs would react to the castration, thinking the students would kind of know. As far as my autistic student, once we started castrating the piglets, they let out a large yelp and cry. My autistic student ran back to the classroom and was rocking in a ball on the floor with his hands over his ears and wouldn't speak. I started to freak out, and that only made matters intensify. At that moment, I called the school counselor to come down to the classroom. The lesson I learned was autistic students overreact to sounds and unpredictable reactions to sounds and hold hands over ears to block noses. their loud noises. It is natural for them to scream or cry at sounds in the environment and respond physically if the sound is a threat. When working with autistic students on SAE projects, it is best for them to role play and use smell and touch to help them comprehend, as I have learned. After my incident, I have read some of Temple Grandin's books to help me understand autistic students' ways with animals and learning. Two of my favorite books were Animals in Translation and Thinking in Pictures by Temple Grandin. When planning a lab project with autistic students, think about the auditory factors. Will there be several people talking at once or unexpected loud noises? Then think, what can be done to minimize the negative effects for your autistic student? When lesson planning, try to anticipate disasters such as light, movement, reflection, or background patterns that affect the student's ability to attend to the learning activity. Autistic kids can be distracted very easily. A lot of these things I have learned through working with my previous autistic students.